Why do so many judges get such a free ride? I mean, how many stories have we seen on this channel and in my books and on my videos? How many stories have we seen where there's some kind of crime spree or there's some kind of really bad business in the neighborhood and everybody looks in the camera and they know the solution for sure? We need more cops here. Well, yeah, we need more cops. In Chicago, they keep telling us the crime is going off the cliff, going low. It's low, low, low. Chicago's crime has never been better. But at the same time, in Chicago, all the neighborhoods are feeling the need to hire armed security guards. Because for some reason, this drop in statistics is not correlating with a drop in actual criminality. They're going in opposite directions. Cops in Chicago will tell you that. And the reason they're going in opposite directions is because it's not the cops, it's the judges, it's the district attorneys. The cops are catching people. They're catching them all night and day. But if the district attorney won't prosecute or drops charges, or if the judge makes the district attorney drop charges, or the judge accept these ridiculous plea deals, and if the judge refuses to send violent felons to prison and lets them off with an admonishment, you're such a good boy, I'm going to send you where you can go play football in prison or in juvenile reform school. This is now turning into a caricature, but it's true. So let's not talk about cops. Let's talk about judges and and increasingly district attorney. But let's take a look at this one judge out in Ann Arbor, Michigan. A couple of the teens went over to Ann Arbor to a mall. Good Lord, what's going on in malls now? They went to a mall, and three teens, three of the fellas went to a mall in Ann Arbor, and they robbed a bunch of people with a gun. Then they went somewhere else and they robbed some more people with a gun. They will not face any more jail time, and they will be sentenced as juveniles. This is a decision strictly at the discretion of the judge. The teens pleaded no contest to assault, and they plead no contest to assault with intent to rob while armed. They could have been sentenced to life in prison if they were tried as adults, but the Judge O'Brien, we're going to meet Judge O'Brien in a minute. She sentenced them as juveniles per a plea agreement. You know, way down at the bottom of the story, and you got to piece this together. They whatever they were sentenced for, the original charges were 2 counts of conspiracy to commit robbery, 6 counts of armed robbery, 1 count of carrying a weapon, armed robbery from a separate case. These were all guys with records. They were just a couple of wannabe Bonnie and Clydes without the Bonnie. And they got caught. Now let's hear how the judge sentenced to them. What the judge sent them. Judge O'Brien said the teenagers were at a crossroads in their lives, and only they can tell where they go from there. You have to learn from your past and stop and think before you do something, she said. I hope you get to the facility so you can start earning your rights there. Then she throws a little bone to the victims. As part of their sentence, the 3 will receive mental health treatment. Let me see. They committed armed robberies on December 1st. They robbed 5 people with a gun in a parking lot. The defense attorney was explaining to him how the kid wanted to go here, he wanted to go there because his big goal in life was to play football. He said his dreams. That one of the guys who was convicted said he apologized in court. He wants to change his life and make his family proud. He said he dreams of earning a college scholarship in football. He and his attorney requested he be sent to a juvenile facility in Pennsylvania that has a football team he could potentially play for during his sentence. Judge said, okay, yeah, that sounds good. All right, whatever I'm going to sentence you to, the most you're going to get is you're going to be out of here when you're 18. That's how they roll in juvenile court. So this Judge O'Brien is known as an easy mark over in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And being an easy mark in Ann Arbor, where the University of Michigan is, that's a badge of honor. That's a badge of honor to be in denial, deceit, and delusion about black criminality, wildly out of proportion as it is in Ann Arbor, a college town. So not only is she doing it in her court, she wants other people to look the other way whenever they experience some kind of ridiculous crime of violence or burglary or threats or harassment or vandalism. Look the other way, because we have to do peacemaking circles. Yeah, Judge Darlene O'Brien, that's the chick who just let these guys off for armed robbery. She says the solution is restorative justice, peacemaking circles, where everybody gets together and talk it out, hug it out. That was the only two examples of Judge Darlene O'Brien acting like a complete nut job, a person who should be in front of a judge having her own mental competency questions instead of being the one behind the bench. No, everybody up there knows she's a nut job. So if you want to commit a crime and get off, just do the whole, I'm turning my life around, I want to go to college, and I'm really sorry I stuck a gun in the face of those people. I'm sorry I got caught. I'm sorry I did it a bunch of times before and I got caught then too. So watch what this guy did. He's a convicted felon. He got caught in a robbery. He's in front of Judge O'Brien again.
And also I wrote a song. Hello there, Your Honor. I want to say I'm sorry for the things I've done. And I try and be stronger in this life I chose. But I want you to know that door I closed. In Your Honor, I'm sorry. To my mother, I'm sorry. To the victim, I'm sorry. Yes, Your Honor, I'm sorry. Oh. Thank you, Your Honor.
You know, when they talk about peacekeeping, they talk about something called restorative justice, as if when you are the victim of some kind of ridiculous level of crime and violence, as if there's something that judge or something the victim can do to restore your peace of mind, which is a complete fallacy. When you're the victim of a ridiculous level of crime and violence at the hands of one of the fellas, they have broken something inside of you. That's permanent. You can't fix that. You can deal with it. You can't fix it. There are no magic words from the criminal who did that to you to come up there and say, "Oh, I'm really sorry." There are no magic words you can say to him to say, "Why did you do this? Why did you ruin my life? Why did you break part of my life?" There are no magic words. Sorry. But then there's this other woman, part of the same program. She kind of gives away the game. That the game is, it's not really about restorative justice. The game is really how do we fix this enormous problem that white racism has imposed upon our society that's forcing black people to commit all these crimes against white people. How do we fix the white racism? Because once we fix that, oh, that's the magic bullet. Listen to this idiot.
So one of the things that occurred to me along the path of working in this field was that the restorative justice field, so both the practice and also the understandings that had come from people paying attention to what do victims really need. That the information that we were surfacing in a much clearer way than was out there before restorative justice started articulating what victims need. So that victims need to tell their story. They need to be validated that what happened to them was wrong. They may need to tell their story many, many times. They need somebody to deeply listen and care about what happened. And they need some kind of either literal or symbolic amends. And when I thought about those things that victims need, I thought, well, that gives us direction for what we could do about the problem of race in this country. And where white people have felt sort of helpless, what do we do about what happened in the past? The restorative justice framework gives us direct action to take that would, I think, change the future in terms of racial dynamics. And then that space of circle is the space in which the white people can witness, right? To listen and listen and listen, to validate the stories, to validate that what happened was wrong, and then collectively we have to figure out what does amends look like. But that it's just the safest space, I think, for us to have the most painful conversations that we might have.
Well, this is another story one of our viewers gave to me. Just all was all there. He could have stopped at the story about Judge Darlene letting these guys off. No, he said, "What's going on with that judge?" He looked into and he found these other videos. He found the singing of the song. He found the judge bragging about restorative justice. He found the thing where the other person said, "Oh yeah, that restorative justice is great. It's going to cure white racism. And once we cure white racism, oh yeah, once we let black people, once we give them the freedom to start telling white people how much they suck, then the world's going to be a whole lot better." Boy, if that were true, this world would have been better a long time ago. Oh yeah, we would have had a regular Wakanda right here in the United States of America. Because black people have been expressing their overt, covert, conscious, subconscious hostility to white people. They don't even care who knows it for a very long time, and they do it in very public places. And nobody calls them on it. Instead, we get idiots like this judge and her little satraps going up there going, "Oh, really sorry, black person, you committed that crime. Is there anything I can do to help you with your football scholarship? Maybe we can get the victim to help pay for your books because we know the victim really must have done something to you to cause the crime, right? Did they drop an N-bomb on you?" Because even if they don't drop an N-bomb you, he could have dropped an N-bomb on you. He was thinking about dropping an N-bomb you, and that's all it takes to make the black kids angry.